In the beginning was the girl, and the girl was with God, and the girl was God. Behold, Sophia's anatomy. And the girl became flesh, flesh that could feel, flesh that was real, flesh that would be crushed and find its own way to heal. And the girl became flesh and breasts that nursed a new world into being. Breasts that flowed with milk and honey. The sound of her voice is like honey. So smooth, it soothed the cacophony of chaotic waves and caressed the shapeless sea. I imagine she sang, "Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna sing you a lullaby." And the girl became hips that held the hope of all humanity. Did you know that before the girl became flesh, she danced among us, delighted because of us? I imagine she did the creation cumbia, or the planetary plena, or maybe the 6-day salsa. The mountains were made by her movements and the valleys were formed by her groove. And now in her we move and have our being. As this poet has already said, we are her offspring. And the girl became lips that spoke light and life on earth into existence. We are only here because of Sophia's insistence. We have seen her glory, the glory of God's beloved, full of grace and the truth she utters from her mouth, the noble things she speaks, and the right things she speaks from her lips. Behold, Sophia's anatomy. But then the girl became flesh and dwelt among us. When the girl became flesh, she bled among us, bled because of us. How many of her daughters continue to bleed? Breonna Taylor, EMT. How many of her sons left dead in the street, murdered while jogging? Ahmaud Arbery. How many of her children still can't breathe? Behold, Sophia's anatomy. Now come, learn from Sophia's academy. To you, O people, I call, and my cry is to all that live. Still some did not, will not heed her call. Still some did not, will not believe her cause. Still some did not, will not believe they need her at all. Come, learn from Sophia's academy. Hear instruction and be wise, and do not neglect it. Through her all things came into being, were birthed through her. But while the world was still wet and warm from her womb, the cold, bitter darkness began to loom. But remember, in her was light, and that light was the life of all people. Her light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome her. With her light in our eyes, we will rise, and we will not be torn asunder. But forgive us, God. Forgive us, God, if and when we have forgotten our mother. Forgive me when pride clouds my eyes and I won't let you guide my steps. In my arrogance, I make my own way only to find myself lost in regret. This is my lament for time not spent following you. Come, learn from Sophia's academy, for wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you desire cannot compare with her. In her is love and light and life. For her is our rally cry, the reason why we fight against the darkness, against the hard hits, against 45, the coronavirus. For she walks in the ways of righteousness, along the paths of justice. And here's the part that most people miss. With her, we have nothing to lose, yet we choose to refuse the original muse, preferring our own way, which only leaves us broken and bruised. Or as she says, those who miss me injure themselves. Those who hate me love death. Does not wisdom call? Does not understanding raise her voice? Does not falling in love with divine wisdom illuminate a new choice? Behold, we see her, we feel her. We are answering the call. Come, we hear her, we fear her. We are giving her our all. Learn. We serve her, we learn from her. We're moving as she prods. Sophia. It's always been about her. My girl. My God. Thank you.